All right, guys, it's Arthur Status here, and I'm back with another video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. More of these bangers coming out. And today it's gonna be a different subject. Normally I do like a bunch of reviews and stuff like that. I want to talk about Goat, the app Goat, where you buy, sell sneakers and clothing and stuff like that. So my experience with Goat. So first of all, I want to backtrack. I just became a sneakerhead, maybe, or just buying into like hype sneakers and stuff like that back in 2019. I'm fairly new to this, you can say. Back in the day, I never had any money to afford all these items and stuff like that. I always wanted them, but never was able to afford them. And luckily, for the last few years, I've been blessed. I worked really hard and been blessed to be able to now pretty much buy nice things and stuff like that. So I first bought at Goat in 2019. I remember my first sneakers I ever bought, like hype sneakers, was 2019, the Yeezy 700 Wave Runners, one of my favorite sneakers in the whole wide world. Had a really good experience. Then after that, I bought some 700s, I think Inertias, for my wife as a gift for her. And I did, ever since, I've pretty much been buying through Goat. I did buy at StockX during 2020, during quarantine around there. I did buy some Gucci sneakers in StockX. Didn't really like the experience in StockX. I also sold through StockX as well. So let me just tell you a backstory on those items. So the Gucci sneakers, I got them for a good price on StockX, brand new, right? When they arrived, they had a little crease on them. And when I sent them an email, they said basically, no, that's how the sneakers come. It's just very minor, so on and so forth. So basically I had to take a L, sell the sneakers, because I wanted to get rid of them right away because I got the wrong size. They were too big. I had to, spend time, resell them again. I had to put in for like a good price to like get rid of them right away, because I didn't want to spend weeks and months trying to sell them. And so basically I ended up selling them and took a little bit of a L, maybe lost like 100, 150 just to get rid of them right away. I didn't like that experience in StockX, that if something doesn't fit right, I can exchange them for credit or return them or whatnot. I have to like resell them if I want to get rid of them. I didn't like that experience. And then I remember buying some Fear of God sweatpants and hoodies and stuff like that back in 2020, but via Paxson. And then at that time, I don't know now, you couldn't return them, so I had to sell them through StockX. That wasn't a really bad experience, even though the fees and stuff like that, you don't really make that much money unless you're like doubling and tripling selling it like that, resale values. I ended up maybe like on one of the sweatpants, ended up making like $20 extra. And then on the hoodie, I think I made like $50, $100 and stuff like that. Not sure. So yeah, my experience with StockX, I didn't really like it just because of that. So then I just continued throughout the years buying Goat. And Goat, for the most part, it's been okay. But I'm gonna get into my experience and the negative parts of Goat. So the positive side of Goat is that the app is very easy to use. And you receive the sneakers. If you don't like the size, you don't like the fit, or whatever it is, you don't like the colorway, whatever it is, you change your mind, you can return them for Goat credit. Now they'll charge you like a little fee for like shipping them back, but you do get your money back, which that's you do get it in form of credit, your money back, and then you can rebuy for the correct size, or just get a different sneaker, different colorway, whatever you want to do and stuff like that. So that's really the biggest reason why I shop Goat, because a lot of these hype sneakers or these OG sneakers, you can't really try them on. You go inside one of those sneaker stores like Stadium Goods, or like all those sneaker stores where they sell like cool sneakers and cool shit. can't really try them on. The salesperson is just, you know, giving you, you know, looking at you like, hey, are you gonna buy it? Putting a lot of pressure and just giving you a side eye and like a dirty look or whatnot. So you can't really try them on at the sneaker store. So that's why I like GOAT. You can try them on. If you don't like it, return it back. They'll charge you a little fee, but for the most part, you'll get, I guess, 95% of your money back and stuff like that as in form of credit. You can buy anything else. Now, the issue I've had with GOATs throughout the years is that I find that sneakers, especially the sneakers that came out like a few years ago, let's say for example like the black, the Jordan 3 black cements, the Bred 4, Jordan 4s, Breds, colorways, a few colorways I find that if they came out, I would say 3-4 years plus, I feel like there's always like a little ding on them. I don't know what it is, but there's always something that I don't like from the sneakers. Comes in with a little ding, a little, you know, weird fucking paint job, you know, on my Bred 4s. The tab on the back was like bent a little bit, the pull tab, and you can straighten it out, but then it just reverts back to like being bent. A lot of the sneakers that I buy, for the most part, I try to bid on them, and I'll end up like, you know, saving like 30, 20 bucks, 10 bucks, whatever I can get, you know, 5 bucks, whatever is better than nothing, right? You can save on the shipping cost that way, but it's always like something like a little ding, a little thing that I don't like, that you can tell why the person was trying to get rid of them. Now, I do know that a lot of sneakers, specifically Jordans, because I never had this issue, I think, with Yeezys, where they have like a little ding on them when I buy through GOAT. But anyway, it mostly happens with Jordans. Now, I know that Jordans quality control has been shit throughout the years. They have a, you know, a few little flaws on them, so on and so forth. But sometimes these flaws that I see on these sneakers that I buy through GOAT, it's more than just like a factory flaw, if that makes any sense. And sometimes you can tell it has a factory flaw, and that's why the seller is trying to get rid of them. And they'll probably, you know, bid them at a good price, sell them at a good price, or like accept your bid, you know, 30, 40 dollars under whatever the asking price is. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Now, the positive side with GOATs, for the most part, you send them pictures and they will tell you, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll refund it for you. Even, you know, they'll give you the shipping fees and everything. So basically they'll give you your full money back. If you want it in form of GOAT credit, you'll get it that way. If you want it back into your credit card, you'll get it that way as well. Whatever you wish, right? But, which is positive, right? But you have to, you know, wait a few days, sometimes like a week, into going back and forth with the emails. Then you gotta send it back. So if you're under a time crunch, or you wanna wear these for like a vacation or whatever it is, just know what you're getting into with GOAT, that sometimes gonna have like a little ding on them, something that you don't like. Like I remember I bought some Off-White Dunks, lot 5. And the first ones that I got were just horrible condition. They didn't have the tissue paper inside. They had those, like, I don't know what they're called, but you know those plastic things that they put on the toe box, so while you're wearing them, so it doesn't crease. It had one of those. That's not supposed to have them in there. It didn't have like one of the tags that when it's like brand new, it comes with like one of the tags, I think like made in Vietnam, whatever. Didn't come with that. I was just like annoyed. Yes, they ended up giving me my money back, but then, you know, first of all, you gotta wait for these sneakers to come in. Then you gotta send them an email, which takes a few days for them to respond, and going back and forth and stuff like that. And then now you gotta resend them back and then rebid or like repurchase everything and then go through the whole process again. So sometimes with my experience in GOAT, in that type of process, you end up like, you know, a month and a half, like, you know, just rebuying the sneaker, returning them, then rebuying them, going back and forth in the emails and all that stuff. It's just, it's very disappointing sometimes, because sometimes these sneakers shouldn't be passing authentication. It looks like these people, they verify so many sneakers throughout the day that they're just kind of just open the box. Who knows? They probably just open the box, look, and then just keep it moving. They don't really, you know, give it a nice 360 assessment and see if they need to be sent back to the seller and stuff like that. That's my only knock on GOAT. Let's say what was the recent one? So I bought the recent sneakers I bought was the cement threes, Jordan cement threes, and they had a lot of glitter on them, and like one of the sneakers was like a little bit instead of being black on some of the parts of the black leather, it was like ashy grayish and stuff like that. I did some research, and apparently that's been happening to the 2018 cement threes, and like the shattered backboard ones, and what else, like a few sneakers as well. Like it's like a thing with the Jordan brand from like 2015 to like 2018 that we're using this like weird painting or coating or whatever that I was doing that to the sneakers. So I didn't know that in the beginning, and then I sent them an email, and they were basically saying that no, that it's we can return it, but we're gonna charge you the shipping costs and stuff like that. It's not gonna be a full refund because that's just the sneakers, how they come and stuff like that. But my whole thing is this, right? As a customer, you're expecting something brand new to look in mint condition, right? So even if it's a defect from the factory or like the sneakers, it happens where the leather deteriorates a little bit or whatever it is throughout time. I feel like as a customer, it shouldn't pass verification. It should just be sent back, or they should send you an email saying, hey, these sneakers have a little bit of glitter, but that's not, they're brand new. It's a defect of, the sneaker. It's not, worn or anything. Do you still want them? They should ask you that instead of just passing verification, sending it to them, and now you're being pissed off because this something has like a minor flaw, a minor painting job is off or whatever. It's just kind of annoying, especially you're spending like, those black cement threes, they cost me like $450, $500. So it's not like, $200, $150 that you're spending on these sneakers and stuff like that. So that's definitely something that's a little bit annoying. But I have Yeezys for the most part, I always have a great experience, except for one time I bought years ago, back in like 2020. I bought the mauve 700 V1s, and they came in completely like wrecked. The bottom side of the sneaker was all like painted, worn, wrinkled. And I was like annoyed, like how would this pass verification? And I sent them an email, and they're like, oh, they just saying all the right things. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. We'll send them back. Send me the pictures. We'll send them and give you a full refund. Cool, I got my refund, but it's just how did these even pass verification? Right, that's my whole thing with these. With that, how did that pass verification? You can clearly, even if you just open the box, you can clearly see that these sneakers were all jacked up, used and worn and stuff like that. How did that pass verification? Yeah, you get your refund and stuff like that, but now you have to go through the whole process again, sending the emails and sending them back, dropping them off at the UPS store, and waiting a few days to get the refund. It's just like very annoying and stuff like that. But that's been my experience with GOAT. For the most part, you can return them. They'll give you full refund if they're defected. If not, they'll give you GOAT credit. They'll minus the a few shipping costs and stuff like that. But for the most part, I would say that, especially like the Jordans, I've gotten there's always like one little thing that I don't like about the Jordans that they pass through GOAT. And again, yes, we understand the QC issues with Jordan brand and in the factories and stuff like that. But my whole thing is, as a customer, if it has a ding on them and it's not the seller's fault or whatever, I still don't want them. Don't pass them. Don't send them to me. Give me my money back, or send me an email. Hey, this has this flaw. Do you still want it? Blah, blah, blah. Very minor. And then I can make that decision. Don't just send it to me, and now I got to send all these emails and go back and forth and drop these off at the UPS store again. And then another issue is, you're spending all these money on these sneakers and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, it's really a gamble. Like, are these sneakers 100% authentic? Are these real sneakers, or are these fake sneakers? And then now you get all these with the QC issues that it makes you question, like, wait a minute, I just spent, you know, $300, $400, $500, $600, $1,000 on these sneakers. Are these sneakers actually legit? So now you're on YouTube trying to look at, you know, review videos, trying to make sure that your sneakers are, you know, legit. And nowadays, you know how this goes. The real versus the fake, they basically look the same. When I, you know, back in the day, I remember when I was a teenager, you know, even like just, you know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, whatever, you can spot when something was fake because it was just like ridiculously off, you know. And since I wasn't a sneakerhead, I just been a sneakerhead since 2019, getting back into this game or whatnot, I'm like, holy shit, like these sneakers, even the real, the fake, everything looks like 100% like the real thing. Like it's really hard to tell if these sneakers are valid or not. That's another thing that you're taking a risk when it comes to, you know, buying these sneakers through a third party or whatever, are these sneakers legit or not? So that's been my experience. I'll continue on Shopping Go because at the end of the day, you know, I always take an L on these apps and stuff like that. Like Nike apps, I've never been able to hit. And then the Adidas app, when I was buying a lot of Yeezys, now I'm not gonna buy any more Yeezys and stuff like that. I feel like the hype is over. I really love the sneakers, but the hype is over. I'm not gonna get into all the politics of Kanye West and all that stuff, but the hype is over. I don't feel like it's the same thing. I still rock my Yeezys, but it's just not the same at all. But you know, still continue on Shopping Go because I mean that's the only thing to do nowadays, right? When you don't hit them on the sneakers app, on these apps and stuff like that, you got to go on the third party companies to buy them. You know, I do know about StockX. Again, I don't like StockX. You got to resell them if you don't like the size and stuff like that. I've heard about eBay. They have like an authenticating process and stuff like that. You know, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm still not there yet. Willing to, you know, go on eBay, and then, you know, there's other sites like Grail and all that stuff. Really, I'm gonna stick to Go. But that's one thing I really find that I hate. Is always like one little thing that's off about the sneakers that I really hate. So just be aware, guys. You know, when you're shopping on these sites and stuff like that, what you're getting yourself into. And yeah, so don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what video you want to see, and I'm gonna try to do my best, upload more stuff, maybe like a vlog or something on my day-to-day. My life is you know, pretty boring. I don't really do much, but hey, let's see what happens. Let's see if I can be consistent with these videos and stuff like that. Peace.